who came out with its first quarter numbers today. In fact, Ekta Batra is here with us. We're also joined by RK Takkar, and Ekta will take us through that conversation. Over to you, Ekta.
Thanks, Arif, for that. Well, we do have Mr. Takkar joining in to take us through the numbers. Hi, sir. Thank you very much for taking the time out. We are still awaiting your numbers to hit the exchanges. So can you just take us through the key highlights? What exactly was your net profit this time, your NII growth, as well as your gross NPLs?
This time in this quarter, June ending 16, the total business of the bank was 3,27,000 crores, and we incurred a loss of 440 crores in this current quarter. Vis-a-vis the quarter of last 15, there was a profit of 257 crores. But if we compare with the March figures, in the March quarter, we incurred a loss of 1,716 crores. So that loss has come down drastically. And as far as the NPs are concerned, our gross NPs are at 17, they cross 17%, 17.16% the gross NPs. And the net NPs are 10.04%.
Okay, so your gross NPLs have crossed 17% this quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is actually worsened as compared to that 15% that you clocked in the previous quarter. What has resulted in the worsening? Can you just take us through what your fresh slippages were this quarter compared to the last quarter?
Yeah, see, if you compare vis-a-vis the last quarter of the ending March, the slippages were almost 8,000 crores. Vis-a-vis that, our slippages in this June 16 quarter was around 3,100 crores. And we had a recovery of around more than 1,400 crores, 1,427 crores to be precise. And so resulted in a net addition of NPS to the extent of 1,550 crores. So that was one factor which increased our percentage. And secondly was the denominator factor of the advances. Our advances reduced by 4,000 crores and odd as compared to the last quarter. So that resulted in the percentage going up.
Okay.
So, but the overall we have, there have been a small increase in the NPAs.
Okay, that point is taken. So 3,100 crores. How much of it actually slipped from the restructured book? How much of it was fresh restructuring this time?
See, out of these NPAs, restructured books would be around 500 and odd crores, which slip into NPA. And the fresh restructuring during the quarter has been around 340 crores in this quarter.
Okay. What is your watch list, Mr. Takkar? You know, what do you envisage in terms of slippages going forward, as well as an SME2 account? So cumulatively, SME2 plus, you know, what you would possibly envisage as accounts which could slip in the coming quarters. What would your watch list be?
For the current quarter, like ending September, the slippage is estimated to be between 1,500 to 2,000 crores. So these are basically accounts which are on the watch list. So we are trying to contain this figure within this level, and hopefully we should be able to do that. And plus we are trying to have some resolution in the already NPA accounts, and we are just focusing more on the recovery aspect. So that should help us improving our figures.
Okay, fair enough, Mr. Takkar. We're going to leave it on that note. Thank you very much for joining in and taking us through your numbers. Arif, with that, it's back to you.
Right, Ekta. Thank you so much for taking us through that conversation.